Hey everybody, Rapidly Refined, everything you need to refine your skills as a chalk painting artist. So in today's video, we're going to be covering something very near and dear to me, and that is making your own chalk paint. Having my own business, I have ventured out and tried numerous amounts of paint. This is the recipe that I found that works the best, and I want to share it with you. I really hope that you enjoy the video. Stick around, we're gonna have so much fun and learn a lot, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'll be showing you how to make the recipe, and then we will paint it on this drawer that I'm making into a storage holder so you can see how it applies. And lastly, I'll be painting a side-by-side with the chalk paint that is commonly used on furniture, so you can see similarities and differences. You will need a little bullet blender for this recipe mixture. If you don't have one, you can still use the ingredients. However, the blender is the secret for extra smooth paint. We'll be using calcium carbonate as well as some latex paint. You can get these samples at any paint or hardware store. You'll want flat or satin finish. I'll be using a mix of yellow paint today. I'm running low on one, so adding to it will do just fine. We're going to fill the paint up to the first line. Make sure to give it a pre-stir, and then go ahead and just dump it in. Take your calcium carbonate and measure out 2 tablespoons. And then add 2 tablespoons of water right on top. When you secure the lid, make sure the tracking is lined up and sealed tight. If it's not lined up correctly, it will leak out and be really hard to clean from the base unit. We're going to blend this for 30 seconds. When you remove the bottom, I would suggest to clean that tracking on your cup right away so it doesn't get crusty. Also, rinse the blender lid off as soon as you can. If you keep those threadings clean, it will prolong the life of your blender and cups. So here is what our paint looks like. It's a little on the runny side. I could add some more calcium, just a tablespoon, to thicken it up, but I'm going to see how it applies first. So I'm really liking the coverage it's giving me. And because of the thinner consistency, I don't have to use any water to move my paint around like you commonly do with chalk paint.
Just gone away. I keep thinking about that big sky I've seen so many times before, but it's something else today.
Latex paint is a different consistency than your chalk paint that you would get online or in a store. So it does have a different consistency when it dries on a brush. While you're waiting for a little section to dry for about 10 to 15 minutes, make sure just to kind of either keep it wrapped up in a moist paper towel or some plastic wrap, and then that way it's not exposed to the air, and you're good to go. You don't have to rinse it out. You can do that with regular chalk paint on brushes as well, but this is just really important to pay attention to with latex. So hopefully that helps you out, and let's continue on with our project. So here's our second coat. It's going on very nice, great coverage. So stick around to the end so you can see the final look of our project.
The door is open, I could walk right in. Ooh.
go ahead and apply some of our homemade chalk paint, and then we'll apply a commonly used name brand chalk paint, and then you can see the similarities and differences side by side. So right away we can see the homemade paint is thinner in consistency. The beauty of this recipe is that you can play with these ingredients. The calcium carbonate is the additive that gives this paint the chalky look and feel. So you can add more to the mixture, tablespoon at a time, and this will help create the consistency of your choice.
You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along.
Moving on over to the name brand chalk paint, you can see that it is thicker. I actually dipped my brush in twice to cover this little area and need some water to move it around.
Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever. Forever.
Here's what they look like side by side right after painting. And this is what they look like fully dry. They both have great pigment. The name brand is slightly more heavier with coverage. Still a very close comparison. So what I like to do with the leftover chalk paint is store it. And I will, put the color mixture and the date just so I have it for reference. So here's our project. So as you can see, you do not need to have expensive name brand chalk paint to get a very nice, authentic chalk paint look and to create a beautiful piece. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, so come visit me and say hi. I've really been enjoying getting to know you guys. So whether you like, furniture makeovers, tips and tricks, or looking to refine your skills, you'll find it all right here. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. With that, it was a pleasure doing this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Here, you can come up. Mwah. You're such a good boy.